Welcome to the Urban Third, where we turn our third of an acre into a food forest with a very limited budget. This is us. And who could forget the star of the show, Scout, our three-legged puppy. Hello, people. All right, so in this video, I try Hugelkultur, which is a method of gardening that incorporates compost and it's a raised bed. So I'll show you the steps that I took. I tried this because I had very infertile soil and I was researching methods to make my soil more fertile. So watch me. You can't actually see me digging and everything like that. I just took some pictures and I'll explain the steps that I went through. And then at the end, stay tuned for the pros and cons of Hugelkultur. This is the piece of grass that I chose. And I chose this piece because it was getting a lot of sunlight. The grass was dry and required a lot of water, and the soil was very infertile. So the first thing I did was I dug a hole about 8 feet by 1.5 feet. I probably could have dug the hole deeper, but I hurt my back. The next thing I did was lay down a bunch of branches and twigs and things that were yard waste. It was at this point that I added my own compost, which had been cooking for over a year. Then I filled the hole back in. The soil was still completely unplantable, so I added this mushroom compost that I had sitting around. And finally, I planted everything I could find. I planted some zebra grass I had bought from the local greenhouse. I planted a Nanking cherry bush that I had bought from the farmer's market. I planted lavender that I also bought from the local greenhouse. Some strawberry rhubarb. And I started to get desperate towards the end and planted edible weeds from the yard. Anything I could find. Okay, now for the pros and cons. For the cons, obviously, I hurt my back. The digging was a little much. Also, the hole that I dug required a ton of water to keep it watered. I guess I had to fill the cavities in the hole with water. For the pros, it was very fertile. It has been very fertile. Everything I've planted there has survived. Some things suffered because of pests or animals. For example, the chickens kept digging out the mulch, and the grasshoppers ate the rhubarb leaves. It was absolutely decimated. Hopefully it'll come back next year, but there's not much left above ground. Another con, well, this was my con. I should have put the mulch. I ordered the chip drop right after, and you can see that in another video. But it needed mulch. But all in all, Hugelkultur is a great method of gardening, and I'm definitely going to try it again. I already have. I've done something similar when I'm transplanting my fruit trees. Oh, excuse me. Okay, someone wants to be in the video. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good day.
Basement of a rat shack. Don't get to see no light. Locked in a smoky little grotto. Just trying to get it right. It's the trash town boogie. Play it tonight. Yeah, it's the trash town boogie. Gotta play it just right. What's the tequila on it? Silvertone town.